Hello and greetings, everyone. We got a big team today, and as always, it's a big day. It's a big day because it's Thursday. Not only it's Thursday, but it's also 6 p.m. Central Europe time. Why? Because it's devs and holders meeting. As always, every week Thursday evening. So hello, guys. Nice to see you with me, Lenki, Orwash, and Bartek.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone, I'm first time here, so it's nice to be here and
Be
say
gentle.
something.
Yeah, be gentle,
Yes,
guys.
Yeah,
I'll
guys.
try.
But if you have some
Guys, be
questions, as
gentle with
always,
Lanky
yeah.
because Lanky's only know how to type on the chat, but not to use the live stream. So
Yes, I'm this guy with keyboard. Actually, no microphone.
Yeah, and this time with camera and microphone. So yeah, guys, as always, if you're here and you wanna cheer up Lanky with us, leave a thumbs up. And as always, we highly recommend you to go and join us on our Twitter pages. You can find all of them on the bigshortbets.com website, but obviously I'm always showing you this, and I will this time. Big Short Bets, Big Short Bets family, Big Short Bets news. Also, you can go and join Rafał Zaorski for some Polish content on shorts if you want to have some heads up on everything. But if you want to have a real heads up, I highly recommend you not only to join our Twitters, but to join the bigshortbets.com, where if you click on tool, there you go. Over 4,000 active accounts just now. Really nice boost since last couple of weeks, because of the really nice shorts and news that are available on the platform. It's easy to download it, to join it, to sign up with your wallet. And what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go and switch what you're gonna find on the platform, because this is not a coincidence why there are so many new users. We spoke about it last week, but I think it's worth mentioning that this is because of what's going on around the market, and this is the platform for you to join and talk about the market. And you have all the juicy leaks here, right here, and we're gonna talk about it, Mr. Orwash and Lenky.
Yes, exactly. But before we drop to the news, actual content, what is on the platform, I just want to go through these numbers that you mentioned, Nikolai. It's really
Here you
good.
go.
So recently we made some good actions. We coordinated together on the platform, and we can see that there's many people joining the actual stuff that's happening there. That's why you have a pretty good spike in the users on the platform, and together pretty solid spike on our socials. The main Big Sherbets channel on
15,000.
the Twitter, we have 50.6 thousand. This is really cool percent gains that we had seen over the past weeks, a week or 2 weeks. And I think we are doing our job there, but this is not the only channel that got some solid gains. But Big Sherbets News and Big Sherbets Family together also, they got pretty solid spike, I think, and this is something that we want to see, and we're gonna see more. But right now, as far as I can see on our channels, our reach has been cut off by Twitter. I don't know why it's happening, but basically maybe because we had so much spike. If I look up the analytics, and actually on a Big Sherbets main channel, we had more than 1.1 million impressions. This means that 1.1 million seen the tweets, actual tweets that we made. This is a really solid number, because we break the 1 million reach on the Twitter. So yeah, this is something what I'm really excited, and this is the result of our hard work, research, and during this all the communications, memes for sure.
Yes.
You people, yes, like community and people on Twitter and so on really like those memes. That's why we are making them, and we see that they are doing their job. Yeah, this one with the Cheeto. I don't know if you scroll down on the main Big Short Bets, you have the meme with the Cheeto. And oh yeah, yeah. So if you scroll down a little, this one, the last one that before we got
There you go. There it is, yeah.
this one. Yeah, exactly, this one. So that's why we were pumping with shorts. So I saw that this opportunity to use this memo, and you guys pretty like it. So I'm pretty happy about it. But I found something some news today, which I want to talk about, because this is something like what we are doing on the platform, and I think you will be interested in. So if you scroll almost at the top, the recent meme regarding that, there was a news, this one. There was some news that the Tron guy, that John Sun, he is planning to do the same with Luna and UST, with he's launching his own algorithmic stablecoin with 30% APY. So it will be, a competition for the Luna and UST, and I can't wait to see this, capital moving, because you have better offer here, so why not use this one? So probably we're gonna see some capital moving from one place to another place, and hopefully we're gonna see some black swan even, because this is something that the actual ecosystem can stand really, and this is something that might cause the UST to depeg and so on, and the FUD, and this is some occasion for sure. And of course, on the other side, we also gonna have this new stablecoin, a new token that's gonna create this the stablecoin, the algorithmic stablecoins, and so on. So this is something probably we're gonna see some artificial growth there, and hopefully we're gonna arrange some coordinated shorts on that, because this is something that we do, and because why not? No hard feelings, just business. That's how it works. I personally don't believe in algorithmic stablecoins. I think this is something the best market prepare for us people who short. So we can actually actually do it. Yeah. But I also see a big danger, because the more algorithmic stablecoins there will be on the market, the higher probability that when there we bank run, or there will be money flow out of the ecosystem. We could see some depegs, some really panic selling, and so on, and this might cause the people to lose money. So be careful, guys, in using and seeing and everything like that. But when we will be ready and we'll organize something, for sure you will hear about it on our platform.
You will hear
and
about
on
it
our socials. Yeah, exactly.
But wait a second, Orwash. I have, because you talked about analytics, so I can speak about it too. I have this because BIO demo our website, bigshortbets.com. There is in last month almost 15k new users, or in Big Short Bets news, because this is younger channel on Twitter. There was 400k impressions, which is 900% up in last 28 days. So these big numbers are actually in every way. So this is, I think, this is this point, this moment.
Nice.
We're waiting.
That's great. Speaking on the platform, so what news did we have? Some really interesting news. Do you have any news for us, Lanky?
Actually, I'm online there always, actually. So there is a lot of baits. For example, in Easter holidays, there was a Monerun event, which was actually a thing that Texas exchanges haven't any, maybe not any, but not enough XMR token, because as we know, Monero token is node transparency. There is no on-chain analysis, and there was signal about this assumption was that sex exchanges don't have enough numbers of tokens, and it was actually long signal you can see what happened then. There was actually something like $235 to $270 in a few minutes. Or in world news, there was wheat and corn baits. For example, wait a second, I have to find it. Mikołaj, can you show this?
Yeah, I got it. Well, just a moment. Wheat and corn. Over here.
Corn actually, because it was too long
So China
signal
made
actually.
another large buy of US corn right here.
Yes, this problem with corn and this problem with corn is big in USA, and this thing that China is buying this was a signal too to buy futures on corn. If you can see, it was on our Instagram and Twitter, I think. It was bait, and 1 day later, these futures go up few percents on the highest level since 2012.
There you go.
The sweet thing. Yes.
That was a solid signal. Nice one. I really like it.
So you have
have one guy.
So you have a leak and you have the reaction. So if you know, you know.
Yes. If yes, or maybe there was something about gold in Poland. Actually, someone who was recently in the airport in Warsaw saw a gold shipment protected by, I don't know acronym in English. ABW. Mikołaj, you are good with
like a internal. You could call it FBI. It's like internal investigation. Forces.
Internal security agency.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And someone saw it and just baited. And we already know that our central bank buys gold, which affects the currency, PLN currency.
And it did, yes.
Exactly. So that's solid. I really love it, because this is what platform is about. Besides the memes and all the kind of stuff like that, we give solid analysis, solid tips, and so guys, if you are not already participating on the platform, active user, I highly encourage you to log in, look up the news, look up the stuff that is on there, because this is pure speculation we are talking about. You can see the news taking in action before. You can see the news before actually they went into the system and were converted on the chart. So why not you earn on that and just join our platform. But so speaking on the platform, recently there was a lot of new users. And there was a lot of problems caused by logging in, downloading the Android app, signing up on the platform, and so on. That's why we decided to make this live stream today to maybe troubleshoot with you guys all the common problems that you might have when logging into platform. So that's why we decided that we once again will go with you through the whole process of logging in on our platform on Tor. And together also we're going to show you our Android GitHub for our mobile app and explain everything to you, the process, how to download, log in, and so on. And also we're going to give you some advice and some troubleshooting, some solutions for the common problems that you had that occurred during this downloading, signing up, and logging in process. So before we go through this GitHub process, I think first Bartek will show and explain this process of logging in.
Yeah, so guys, if you're new and you want to ask something or you have any problems and so on, then just let us know. First of all, we'll start with how we operate. What is the most sufficient way to just use our platform, and keep in mind where you can find few things. So we try to develop and just give you all the information that you need on our website, and this is something that you already know. I don't want to go through all the information that we have here because you're already familiar with that, but there is one button that will help you to find one page if you don't good to remember the URLs addresses. And then this is the launch app, and of course it's not the exactly launch app because you'll not be able to launch the app but itself, but you will be redirect to the page called bigshortbets.io. bigshortbets.io is of course as well available on a ClearNet, but you won't be able to move forward to the Tor net, of course, from Chrome or from Mozilla Firefox. You need to use the Tor browser to make sure, or maybe you'll have the browser with the add-ons allows you to use the Tornet, but we will recommend you to use the clear Tor browser instead of just adding some things like, the add-ons and the extensions to your browsers. Because your, for example, Chrome browser or Mozilla browser or any browser that you're using probably won't clear enough, and let's say that could expose a few things about you, for example, the applications you are using and so on. So it's better to use the Tor browser, which is the browser that is always cleared after you close the window. All the data that you stored, you used, and everything that's presented to your fingerprint in the internet will be removed from your Tor browser. And every time the browser is clear, empty, and ready to go without any history of your actions and so on, right? But for that, and why I'm just mentioning that the page, because here, if you can see, there is a few things that we are telling, this is the heads up of our platform to try to help you and people who don't have any option to log into it as well. You can see, you can use some baits and share them on your social media, and we encourage you to use that because you'll help us to create, bigger, let's say, it will help us to increase our numbers as well, to get the news about the project itself and the informations to more people. And yeah, if you will help us, and always will be helpful to just spread the news about the project and debates. But if you go here, you can see that there is a few buttons, but of course, if you can log into it will redirect you to the Tor address, and this Tor address is the address of our application. And if you can imagine, it's hard to remember that, so this is why we have bigshortbets.io to just skip this part to remember this address. You just click that, and this is the application itself, right? Of course, if you want to understand more about the application, if you click on instructions, you can see step by step what do you need to do to get your access to the platform. It's to the platform on a Tornet, right? You can see that you need to have a Tor browser, a MetaMask. I already have MetaMask installed, and I won't be part of this presentation to how install the add-ons to the web browser. But if you have a MetaMask here, you can see that this is the empty wallet that I just created, and this is what we will use today. And let me just quickly create another wallet, and I want to just give you an example what's going on there. So first of all, because of sorry, not that. Because of, I probably don't see my MetaMask, right? Let me just quickly look on our preview of live. No, you won't be able to see my. Okay. So, okay, so let me just fix that quickly. Okay. Yeah, so I need to share the entire screen. Okay, yeah, it should be fine right now. Okay, so you can see that I have a wallet. Let me just quickly create one national testing wallet. No matter what I will put here, this doesn't matter currently. I want to just show you something. So if you create the wallet that doesn't have the outbound transactions from your address, it means that you never send any tokens from your wallet to anywhere, then the system will throw you the error. It's called its validation is there that will check that if you are. Let's just quickly, so connect this one. So so we'll go this step by step this process, but I want to show you what's happened if you are not, your account is not not met the conditions about the transactions, right? So there is information that to create a new account, because this is the new account, never before to registers an application. There is information that to create a new account, you must have at least one transaction on Ethereum network. It should be more specific. We will change this in this message, but it means that you need to have the outbound transaction. So you need to be your wallet should did in the past any transactions from your wallet to somewhere to be considered as a not fake account, right? Of course, if you contact us, and me or Warsaw Lenki will help you to just skip this information. So if you have an account and you ask us for help, on the Telegram we will send you instructions step by step how to skip this validation, and we are making let's say we are helping you to just make new accounts without those transactions, right? But you need to contact the team to help to whitelist your address. On the other hand, why we did it, that's because we had in the past that some of you just tried to create the fake accounts in the tremendous numbers of the accounts, and so we need to just make make sure that you won't be exploiting our registered profile, right? But let's go the accounts in here, Bartek, because
something is off with the
so
sound.
our plan. So
Okay, it's good now.
are we doing? Do you hear us good? Okay. So this is important. It's free. You don't have to pay anything to access. The only thing that you have to be is when using this wallet for registration, the wallet has to have at least one transaction on Ethereum. And so this one, if you are planning on becoming the biggest B hodler, so if you with this wallet will buy biggest B tokens on Uniswap, this transaction will be sufficient to get access to the platform. But you don't need to have any tokens to access the platform. You just need to have this one transaction. It could be any transaction on the Ethereum network if it's interaction with smart contract or the outflow. Yes, if we are do you agree, Bartek, that it's have to be one transaction that outside transaction? It doesn't have to be inflow. It doesn't have to be that you transfer from, I don't know, centralized exchange some Ethereum to your wallet. It doesn't count. It have to be you have to transfer it back to the centralized exchange or successful.
Anything that it's triggered on your wallet. It's not sending to you, but you trigger the transaction. So there should be any information that you made any transaction on the blockchain, right? Because if you are sending, for example, from exchange to your MetaMask, it means that the exchange just make transactions for you. But we are asking for transaction that it's specifically assigned to your address, right? But if you have problem with that, or you don't have information like that or option to make the transactions, then, like I said, you can contact the team and we will try to help you with that, right?
Exactly. So one thing is, if you buy biggest B tokens on Uniswap, this transaction will be sufficient to access the platform and whitelist and register an account with your wallet. But if not, I invite you to join our Telegram, and on the Telegram you can get this help. So you're just gonna send us your address of your private wallet, and we're gonna drop it on your whitelist to make sure. But we just making sure that there is no I would say there's no exploit on the creating on the accounts and so on, because this is something what we don't want to allow on the bigshortbets platform. But yeah, besides that, you just need one transaction buying BSB, or you can send us the wallet address on Telegram, and you will get your wallet quite
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a few. Yeah, go on.
Anonymity
Go
too.
on.
If you will send your address to us, we will
Yeah.
know it. So if you wanna do something not typical things on platform, better thing is buy and keep it anonymity.
Yeah. Yeah, it's of course, right? If you this is something that is tomorrow I just found a very great debate in the Polish, I'm afraid of, but there was the instruction, the guideline how to keep your anonymity safe on a platform, bigshortbets, and it was great, and there was a lot of good stuff and tips there. I hope I will show you that debate today when I will just log into application. But yeah, but like I said, right, if you leave the track any option to keep let's say option to connect your address with your person or any other accounts on any other applications or profiles, it will allows anybody to identify your person, right? So this is why you need to remember that there is an option to help from team, but as well this solution has disadvantage, right? You probably losing a lot some your identity and something like that, right? It's anonymity. But let's back to the presentation. So right now I have an account that it's prepared for this presentation. We never registered this account before, and this account it's let's say assume because it's not, but has the transaction sending transaction on the blockchain. So this means that there is the evidence that the address is not fake and it's not empty wallet. So let's go to the system, right? So we are asking MetaMask. Okay, let this wait a second. Yeah, so I don't. Yeah, connect this one. Okay. Okay, so this is what you see. It will change in a few next updates, but this is the nonce. Nonce, it means that this is a message that we are sending to your applications that you will sign with your private key and send us back as a signature. And thanks to that, knowing your public address, we know that you are owner of this address, right? So it's quite complicated, but based on the cryptology, it means that this allows us to identify that you are the public address of your wallet is you are the owner of this wallet, right? So right now I'm just providing my not the credential but my signature, and then systems knows. And right now, what is going on? In the first login, we need to generate the cryptographic keys inside the applications. Mean that we have inside the application the keys that allows us to encrypt your data and everything what you are doing, and without exposing your MetaMask address, right, and your MetaMask wallet. So this is what you can see. It's a seed that we are using to generate your address and your keys inside the application. But to generate those keys, you need to make once again the signature on those seeds. So it's what it's called. It's what does it mean? It means that without access to your Ethereum wallet, nobody will be able to get your keys inside the application. So as long you are owner of your own Ethereum wallet, you are owner as well of the data of the everything that you have in our application. There is no option that the dev team or anybody else who will be, I don't know, will see your data or seeds or anything, will be able to just decode and get your data. As long nobody have access to your Ethereum wallet, that long you will be safe and everything will be on your hands, right? So right now I'm signing that, and right now I need to just once again just make the authorization that this seed is my seed and I am just authorized. So this is the third signature, and this is always like that in the first time when you log into the application. After those three signatures, system will send me back the authorization token that will allows me to get to the application, and I should have the access. But let's just what's going on right now. Come on. Yeah, I am clicking too slow from our application. Okay. Once again. Yeah, and that's and right now this is the first time we are on our platform, right? You can see that there is a lot of white, so one of the options is to just select the dark mode. So it's one thing that I will click in the first place. The good thing is that if you once select the dark mode will be always waiting for you, right? So no matter if next time you log into the application will be already in the dark mode, right? Let's just show you once again what I tried to say, that in the first time we need to sign a little bit more information, but on a how it's called, on a next every next time when you are trying to get your authorization after the first login process, then you will be able you need to only sign one signature, right? So send to one only signature. So you can see that right now I'm signing the command. The Tor is not working today with me. It's one of the disadvantages of the Tor, right? Because it's slow a little bit. I'm too fast for that. Come on.
Yes, actually, there was a lot of question about this
Yeah.
Tor speed, and you can talk about Tor node, how it makes sometimes Tor
Yeah, so let's
slow.
just, you can see that I right now just signed the only one signature, right? And send one signature that is authorized me as the owner of this address, and I get access to the platform. Yes. So Tor, if you know how the Tor is working, but let's quickly just make a presentation of that. There is nodes that it's you are sending encrypted data about you, and you know where you want to go, but you don't know where is your final destination of your data. And as well, the server that is receiving your data does not know who is sending that information. You only know the next node in the road to your destination place, and then this next node is sending that to the another node, but you don't know who is behind your input node, and you don't know what is going on there later in the network with your data. And every node is decrypting the data a little bit and know where to send this further, right? The problem is that if they're in the chain of these nodes where your data is going and then encrypted through all the process to get to the final destination, could be the server, the node could be a small node without not enough memory, and for example with slow processor, CU and so on, and then the process will be longer, right? And this is why you sometimes this is so fast, because you just get a very good node, and sometimes it's longer. And in this situation, what I can suggest is to close the Tor browser and open that once again and try to vigorize. Maybe it will be faster this time. I sometimes close this 3 times and then it's faster, than you can use this normally like a Facebook, but sometimes you receive the notes like you saw my presentation currently, and it took a little bit longer, right? But we know how to solve that and help to reduce the risk of that, but it will be introduced in the future. But let's just focus on the basics, right? Okay, so we are on a platform. You can see that there's few things going on here. First of all, there is this is the main page, right? And this is the debate. We are calling the debate, right? And everything what you have in the hands is the voting system that we have on the platform, right? So it will be beneficial for everybody if you see very interesting debate, like for example, let's say this bait is for me is quite important, and it's useful for everybody. I make my bait up vote. It means that I'm saying to everybody that is worth to mention to the people, right? This more like arrows up and down on a Reddit and so on and so on. Based on this number of these reactions, and the good and bad reactions, and as well based on the time that the debate is after the creation, after the date of the publicity, and as well many other factors, we are posting here the most interesting debates and so on. And this is where you can see that this is the default state of your wall. But you can find here as well the newest first, so you can see that where is the newest. So you can see that there is some baits added 31 minutes ago, for example, right? And if you are on a default, you won't be able to see that. But if you are on a newest list, you will be able to see that. But as well, you can look from the oldest. I know that people just ask me. You can see that this is the first bait that we added ever on a platform. I remember this day. It was one of the dev meetings when we just posted the sandbox first time to your use. So you can see that there's many ways how you can find few things. And as well, you can change the language. The language is based on hashtags. You can see that there is in English. If I change right now to the Polish, because there is a big community, Polish community in our platform, you can see that they are PL and the Polish baits right there in something like that. And you can see that there's some of the languages. You can just scroll that, but for example, I'm looking for any. So, for example, all of them are together on our list. And I think it's worth to mention that something like this has happened because some of you just don't remember that we have different way to display the base. So default doesn't mean that you will be able to see most current information, right? The most current information you will find on the newest first. But if you want to find the most trending, hot information from, I don't know, 2 days for now and, for example, 24-hour, then the default will show you the most interesting, most bait up information by the community, right? Okay, as you can see, there is a search function. You can find here many things, like if I put here test, it will looking for any information, like for example, let's say crypto, let's say something like that. It will search through the baits and try to find the matching string. This means that there may be in a title and description, there is a word like that, and we'll try to find this. You can try to find any, for example, hashtags. There you can, for example, you can find the hashtags. I think as well you can find profiles, if I could remember. No, yeah, it's not still in. Sorry, it's in the coming update, and just everything is messing around in my head. So yeah, there will be option to find the user. So you already have a heads up from me.
Okay. So I think we covered the basic when it comes to logging in to the platform on Tor. This is something I think pretty covered. Everything explained very good what you have to do and what you not have to do. But there was a lot of people had also problem with our mobile application. Mikołaj, do you have our GitHub page to go through?
Yeah, I just showed that. Let me just finish one thing on the website.
Okay.
So one thing, if you go to the messages, you have here messages, right? And you can see that there's please go to MetaMask and sign authorization, unlock your access to the encrypted content. If you sign, I don't have any. Let's say they will try to find our. Okay. If you go, this is my main account, right? So if you go here and you can see that all the messages, they are encrypted. They are encrypted, and as long I don't, when I click here and I will create my internal keys from my application, then all the messages will be decrypted to the words, right? So this is one you need to remember, that this different string of the signs is not an error. It's not the issue. It's not a bug. It's feature. It means that it's encrypted as long as you want.
It's not a bug. It's a feature.
Yeah, exactly. But if you and okay, so as well, we have Android application, and everything on the Android application is mentioned on our GitHub website. You can find it on the github.com and bigshortbets /mobile. And this link, I think, we will include it as well in the description of this video, but I will show you something that will quickly help you to just get more information, because when I will let's just move to this and I will just give you the surprise. So if you see on the first page, there is a Citral. Citral is one of our dev teams. Some of you maybe know the Citral, and Citral has prepared you step-by-step instructions how you should install the applications itself and how it works, when to click and when you should use the MetaMask and so on and so on. I don't want to go with that. I can show you the video of our previous lives, but let's just one thing. Where you will find our application to download, there is something called releases. Releases means that this is one of the packages that we are posting as a new application, and if you click on that, and you can find there is releases. And if you click here, you can download the APK. So it's this application, Android application that you can download and install on your phone. And if you want to get access to that, we prepared for you something that I hope will help you. It's the QR code. If you scan this right now, you will able to just get directly to the application, and there will be directly, this is the QR code directs to the releases page on a GitHub. So if you scan this right now, you will be able to just get your access to the GitHub without typing the address on a phone or web browser, right? But let's back to the juicy part. So if you go, I can today is, I'm afraid that Citral won't be able to join us today, but if you go
sorry
go
for
to the
interrupting, Bartek.
yeah,
But in terms of the app, that's why I brought Lenky here, because Lenky was doing a lot in terms of the helping people out installing the application. And I think he knows most of the problems that are occurring during this period. So, Lenky, what was the most common problem in terms of the application?
So as Bartek said, there is guide to step-by-step guide, but is most common. Actually, this current version up 0.31 is downloadable on GitHub, but and there is some potential problems, but there is few unusual issues. The most common one is having a buggy MetaMask, and this is, I think, most of this. And every MetaMask version after 4.3.1 can be buggy, but this is dependent on Android too and device actually. So if you are using every MetaMask 4.3.1 is currently the most advantageous. So just use this stable, because this newer version are so buggy, and this is not bigshortbets case. A lot of apps have problem with new MetaMask version. So there, I think in this GitHub guide is URL link to download GitHub good working version. Sorry for my.
Yeah. There in the GitHub, we are just giving you all the information you need. So there is a direct link to the version of the MetaMask that is stable enough for us. Of course, you know that we are using the MetaMask because it's a standard for our crypto market, right? But you need to remember that the MetaMask is as well as the IT project. They sometimes release something with the bugs, and it affects our project as well. So we are keep track on that. We are helping them. We reporting. We are doing our best to help, but sometimes we don't have power to change some things on a MetaMask itself. So this is why we are sometimes suggest to downgrade the version of the MetaMask on the phone. It won't decrease your security, but to allows you to use the bigshortbets, right? But if you want to if you don't want to downgrade the MetaMask, I'm quite sure that they are already aware of this bug and they are working on this. So it's a matter of time that the MetaMask will be able to back to this making signatures outside the applications on Android. The problem is that maybe this is something that for IT guys the MetaMask problem is that this is application that it's mainly written in a React, and it's by the special, let's say, framework is translated to the Kotlin and the Swift languages. Mean that it's not native Android application. It means that this is translated from the from React language to the Kotlin. What is causing sometimes problem, and it's hard to debug few things, and it's sometimes causing the issue with the signatures currently we have on an application. But yeah, we need to deal with that. We know how to solve that, but as well, we are in the future. bigshortbets won't be only depend. I mean, we don't want to depend only on a MetaMask, but currently we have on a MetaMask, so let's just focus on that. But back to the applications and mobile. If you have everything just set up on your phone, you can see this is the screen. You can just realize this is our 50 dev and hodlers meeting. There was introducing of new version of application. It was 0.30 application where we introduced the new version of the login without the bridge to the Tornet on your on the phone, and you can go directly there. But we can just show that, and there is everything step by step explained by Bartek to see. But you can see me and three very smart and interesting persons with me, but as well Bartek, the Citral, is just explained there a lot of things about the platform, and you can see that you only need a MetaMask and application itself installed on the phone. Then the phone will ask you to connect that with your core in the phone. A core in the phone on Android is always associated with the email, and this email you need to select. And then when you click the button that we have on the website, right now the Citral just clicked this button on a phone. The phone just asks it to redirect to the MetaMask. There is the privacy settings. Just Citral show how to change that to make sure that everything is working as expected, and how we store your keys from authorizations. The application keys, not your Ethereum, because we never expose your keys in the wallet, right? We are using the different set of the keys to reduce the risk of exposing your Ethereum wallet. But without those details, because it's something that you can just catch up. But everything is how we store that, is all the presentation. But if you click, we are clicking the connect with MetaMask, then the Citral select the profile. This just allows to connect with the MetaMask. MetaMask just will the bigshortbets will redirect to the MetaMask and will ask you for the same step-by-step process that you had on the website, right? So there will be a question to connect with the MetaMask, to sign your authorization number. You can see the nonce message. The Citral will sign this message. Then will be a question about this is the first time login process, so this is why we have 3 signatures. But when you have the one first time, then you won't be able to see that.
Exactly.
I think it will generate the keys, right? So the Citral is generating the keys. We already just discussed this, but you can see there is a pop-up that we successfully log into the MetaMask and application. Then you authorize to store the data about the keys that we generated, and you can see that the application is working just a few clicks, right? And the good thing with that is, if I think Citral will in the next few seconds will show that, because of the phone is quite secured for you. This is a clean form prepared only for that, and you won't exposure anywhere your data from the phone, so on. You can store your information, your application key inside core of your phone, and it means that every time you just close the application and you open that once again, we have the special way to make authorizations of your phone and your application on the phone without using MetaMask anymore. So you can see that Citral just click it, log out button, application just closed, and you, for example, back, I don't know, next day, next few hours, to back to the profile, in a Tor browser, you need to go once again through the whole process with the MetaMask. But on an Android application, you only click the connect with MetaMask and sorry, not the MetaMask, but login to. Come on, Citra, I'll show that. But there's a lot of questions. Okay. Yeah, so you can see this is the moment that when you click that and you already had that in the phone, this is only just clicking the button, the Citral, and there you go. You're on your profile without using the MetaMask anymore, right? So guys, any other questions about the basics? Because
Wait, Bartek, we can say two more things in this step. Firstly, in this GitHub guide is autofill Google issue, and if you have more than one Google account, you have to set all these things in this guide on all Google accounts. And one more thing for Samsung users. We have storing this key in Smart Lock, but Samsung have Samsung Smart Pass, I guess, this application. So you have to choose this Smart Lock and off Smart Pass to get to application. And what more? And yes, but this is okay. So we have to remember that if we will deny this something with the smart lock, then our application will be blocked in settings, and we have to delay this, and then just save this our key in device, not to any email you have connected with your phone.
Exactly.
Nice.
Go on.
So I just dropped you guys two links in the chat. So these are to our previous devs and hodlers meeting number 50 and 53. And this is because this is something important that Lenky said, and also what Bartek said. Everything is covered there, everything explained with the video, and what we are doing, actually not only speaking but also showing everything on the phone. So there's two links, number 50, number 53. You can just catch up, see this, and just go through the video and see what you are interested in, because we already done also this troubleshooting there, because this is really a common problem, and we already have the solution for that. So the solution is what Lenky said and Bartek were saying. But if you want to see the solution yourself and go through this video step by step, number 50, number 53, devs and hodlers, you can search it on our YouTube. It's available on our YouTube. You can see that there's a topic regarding the Android app, and you can actually find there. So do you have any questions regarding the platform?
I think one more thing. I think I'm better with writing, not speaking. So I will create some kind of instruction with these typical problems.
Yeah, but
that'd be useful.
It's something that you can work on it. So
it's not last time when you just join our live. So no worries, Lenky.
Don't try to
make you're tuned about it.
Don't try to
use
make
you
it
more
as
times. No worries.
I
was working on other things today, and Ormusz just said, "Come on, say something. You know about this problem."
Come on, say something.
Come on, please.
You know this. You don't meme
like
with
this meme,
sticker.
Come on, do something.
Lenky, do something.
Lenky, say something, please.
If we are talking about making something, Bitcoin is crashing now.
That's cool. That's cool. All right, guys. Let's
sure.
go short it. Let's go short a Bitcoin.
One last question. I can solve that question. What's about the iOS application? So we have this in the plans. There is few more complicated things with the.
Bartek, this question is on every live stream.
Listing, App Store listing. The App Store listing is the problem.
The problem is that because of Android. So let's just imagine that the Android application is quite easy to install on any device, but with the app for iOS, it's not easy like you thought, like you think. And the problem is that we are depend on how Apple is looking on us. So if we want to be, let's say in this way, if we want to change the world, and if we want to be a little bit game changing our platform and so on, we are afraid of wasting a lot of resources on something that will be cut it off from iOS environment. So we are looking for solutions. We have few ideas, but because of we know we care about all the resources that we have for this project. We don't want to end. It's easy to do something and then just throw that to the trash, right? We want to make sure that if we will do something, it will stay with us a little bit longer than, I don't know, month or two, right? So just trust us. We know how to do it. This application, we have this in the plans, but there is a lot of blockers and problems that we need to in the first place solve before we decided to publish and push the application. The good news is that, for example, right now we have the developer who, because it's not the problem with the developers, because we have developers who can just write the Android application as well the iOS application, but the problem is with the Apple itself and the App Store itself, right? So, but we have that on the table. We working on that. But it's like I said, because we are concerning about our resources and we want to make a waste work, as long as we're not sure about the outcome of the discussions and everything, we won't be able to start working on that and deliver this application for you.
Good. So I guess
Let me just stop sharing my screen.
I think we can stop here.
Yeah, that was
for now. I don't see any questions on the chat. If you have any questions, this is something what Miko always said. He's always angry when I'm saying it. Guys, if you have any question, you can always ask them in our Telegram chat. In
this week only Mikołaj you need to ask. Let's just
yeah, you can always send a DM to Niepoprawny Diplomata and he will always answer all your questions with
I will. Of course. I'm taking over for this week.
Now let's just be serious for the last second. Guys, if you have any questions and somebody will type something basic, just share this live with this person. It will be useful, right? So help us a little bit. Sometimes we don't have time to respond quick enough. So this is why we just created the slides once again to make sure that we know how to help the new guys, right? So thank you very much for your time and yeah.
Sure, guys, if you liked it, as always, for the algorithm, leave a thumbs up. And as always, Thursday evening, 6 p.m. Central Europe time. And this was number 58, next week 59, and we are heading over to 60 with big steps. So yes, thank you so much, guys.
We need to bring Pavel here. We need to bring
as
Pavel
always,
for 60.
This is the ritual for every 10th now. So yeah, my camera fucked up, so sorry about this, but yeah.
Okay.
we see you next week on yet another Devs and Holders meeting. Thank you so much, Lenky, for coming by, and we hope to hear from you again. And if not, to read from you again. So the instructions are coming over to you guys, and it will be easier for you for any frequently asked questions, because most of the questions are here every week, and I think this is needed to be done. And we're gonna try, and the team is gonna try to make it work for you. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks. See you next week.
Bye, guys.